Hi, I'm Jessica Alba, and you are watching Movie Phones Unscripted. I'm here with Paul Walker. We are going to do an interview with each other, asking some questions from you and some of our own. I'll start with the first question. Paul, what was it like working with me? Huh? I mean, it's not that hard of a question.
No, it is.
No, it's not.
Because you want to say the right things.
Oh, whatever.
Without being too cheesy. No, I don't know.
Tell the truth. What was it like working with me?
It was fun. I mean, you never really know what you're going to get into, what the person's really going to be like. And
on a movie, generally.
Yeah, and the first read on you, I like to think that I'm fairly intuitive. I thought, oh, she's pretty solid. There's a little uncertainty there, but for the most part, I'm totally playing with you. No, I just, 4 months in one location with somebody, you never know what you're going to get into.
Right.
And like every day, yeah, there's certain times where I think, we got on one another's nerves. That's going to happen. But I look back at it and, yeah, I couldn't imagine having done the movie or doing the movie with somebody else, anybody other than you.
Same.
I had a really good time, and no, I'm glad to say that, I got to know you and got to spend that time with you while making that movie. I had a good time. Memories are sweet memories, and like you'll always be a friend of mine, and and I love that about it.
Oh, that's real nice. That was a good answer, Paul.
Sweet. Okay, this is from Evan Rachels from Columbia, Illinois. Mm-hmm. Was it difficult shooting a movie that takes place mostly underwater?
Absolutely. Shooting a movie on location anywhere is difficult, Evan, but particularly under the water because it was, in the 70s, ranging from 70 to 75 degrees, which is below your body temperature. So we got cold and started shivering right away after about 10 minutes. And we had to be underwater acting 45-minute time periods at a time. And that's never easy. And also, when I put my mask on, my lips are already big, but I looked very silly with the mask on. I look sort of like a parrotfish, which are the fish with the big blue lips. So I felt like an idiot under the water most scenes when I had the mask on. And everyone else just looked really nice with big full lips.
You're fine.
That was my own insecurity.
That was good. All right. Unscripted question.
What mark do you plan on making on film in your career? Or do you plan on not making a mark?
I don't know. I don't think that you can really plan something like that. I think it sounds almost self-righteous too to even think that maybe you would make a mark. I think you just, like anything, like I go into it and I want every experience to be the best it can possibly be. And I do the best work that I can possibly do. And with each and every passing movie that I'm in, I feel like I'm getting better, I'm improving, and I like that about it because I'm super competitive with myself. And, I like that there's always room to grow, and I think really all I can hope is that, I love nothing more than when people come up to me on the streets and they're like, especially the little kids, and they're like, dude, I love Fast and the Furious or whatever it is. That feels really good. I mean, it wasn't that long ago where I was a little kid, and I remember going to Star Wars, the very first one, and thinking that was the coolest thing. Like, that was all time. I ran home, I got my lightsaber, and nowadays it's like, I don't know, to even know that there may be one or two people that look at you and the way that I looked at Luke Skywalker, and to think that, man, that guy's really cool, or I'd really like to do what he does. I like that.
So you're just like sort of living your childhood dream.
Yeah. This is from Big Brats Girl, 11. Yeah. What tips do you have for people who want to be an actress?
My tips for anyone who wants to be an actress or actor, Big Brats, which I think you're referring to those dolls that have big lips and big eyes, which I like. They're like the modified Barbie doll. I like kids things, so I know about kids stuff. Your daughter should actually get some Brats. Anyway, if to be an actress or an actor, don't do it if you have any other option. If you really feel like that's the only thing for you and you can dedicate everything to it, do it, because there's a lot of it's not the easiest job in the world to do, and the people around you who love you aren't going to be incredibly supportive of it. You really have to believe in it and want to do it yourself, especially as an adult. So yeah, if you have any other options, do the other options. If you don't, then acting's meant for you.
Sweet.
Ronnie Carlson from Van Nuys, California, not far from here. How did you get your six-pack, Paul?
I laugh a lot.
You do laugh a lot. How did you get your washboard stomach, Paul? I don't know if Ronnie's a guy or a girl.
Yeah, me either. I don't know. I just
Sit-ups?
No, I'm just lucky.
You're just lucky. Yeah, he's genetically blessed.
And I'm active, play a lot of sports. I think that helps.
Yeah.
You know.
Surfing and stuff.
Yeah, but I've always just been lean, and that's just luck of the draw.
Lean, mean fighting machine.
That's right. Wow. Another unscripted question. There were several times while we were out there working where you said that you were just done. You wanted to get out of there so bad.
So bad.
No, but really, it always got me because, like, sometimes you get out, you like being contrary. You like stirring the pot a little.
No,
Come on,
okay,
hear this out. It's in your personality.
All right, okay.
And you would say it, and half the time I believed it, and then the other half I just was like, you know what? She doesn't really feel that way. She's just saying it.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 months is a long time to be away from home, no matter where you're at.
It wasn't even that. It's just being where we were.
And the elements.
Yeah.
And I know that you and John were like super peachy the whole time.
I think everyone in John was super peachy the whole time.
But really, like when you look back at it, do you look at it and go, I'm so glad I did that. Like that was a great experience. Or do you look back at it and go, that was hell?
No, I mean, it was hell, but it was a great experience. Absolutely.
Why you gotta spin it? Just pick one and go with it, you know? Like which one is it? It can't be both.
It is absolutely both. Life is complicated.
It was hell, but
layered.
it was unreal. Like you wouldn't trade it for anything.
I would never trade it for anything, and I would never trade that experience for anything. And I learned a lot, and I learned about freediving, which is one of my favorite things in the world. And I got to spend and bond with actors in a way that you just don't get to do in our business. People are so sheltered. Everyone goes to their trailers. Everybody's so divided. Everybody has a posse and entourage, especially the more successful you get. And we were really... It was like camp. We were really thrown together and spent day and night with each other, and we became, in the most sense that I've ever felt on any set, a family. And so I absolutely appreciate that, and I appreciate that we all got to sort of rely on each other. And when it was cold and when it was hard is sort of when you get to see who people really are. And everyone really was good people that we got to work with.
No, that's
so
true.
I would never trade that, but it was hell.
Yeah.
I was cold.
No,
I don't
given
like
the
being
circumstances,
cold.
the situation, there is no masking. Like it wore off real quick. You
I was
know?
cold.
People come in with their game face on, you know, and it's like it doesn't last so long.
No, so. Dad, sunshine girl. To Paul, what's the most difficult part of being famous?
Probably answering questions like that.
It's not.
No,
what's
but it is.
What's the most difficult part of being famous? How about when you were an actor?
I don't know. Is it difficult, Jessica? It's not really difficult.
What's the most difficult part for you? Don't ask me. What's the most difficult part for Paul to be famous?
You know, I think I think the hardest part, this is it. The hardest part is when you're out to dinner with your girlfriend and people come up to you, they rush you. It's like the one time where it's like, hey, look, you know what, you want to be alone. Like, that's hard. Outside of that, I mean, it's pretty basic. I mean, people talk about it.
Personal time with you and your family or people that you love.
And it seems to me, it's not like, you know, people like approach all the time, but when it does happen, there are those few moments where it's like, oh, okay. But, you know, you never want to be rude. You always want to be nice. And you always want to be accommodating. But I mean.
But it's distracting taking pictures in the middle of a restaurant at 10 o'clock at night when you're having an intimate dinner.
Yeah, but I mean, that's all I can cry about. You know what I mean?
It's not a bad thing.
What I'm saying is you're asking me the hard. That's it. What is the hardest thing? That would be it. I mean, it's not hard.
That's fair.
You just kind of roll with it, and I think you play it for what it is. I mean, you don't get caught up in your head and your game, and you don't allow all the hype to balloon your head, and you try to stay grounded, and you hang around with the people that you've always known, and you stick with the things that you've always done, and in that you kind of find base in reality. And my buddies, man, I'll tell you that. My dad, my brothers, any one of them, if I were to step out of line, they'd kick the crap out of me, So
I met your dad, and he probably would. My family's pretty much the same way. Yeah.
No, I got that about your family for sure. All right. This is from Marauders Girl 623. What would you say is your biggest achievement thus far?
What would I say is my biggest achievement thus far? I think just acting for as long as I have. I started acting by choice when I was 12, and still being employed and not, I don't know, sort of persevering and not letting things, distractions in the famous side of what this business is about. Like, they try to put so much, the business tries to put so much on what you're wearing and events and is this high profile and all this weird famous person stuff that I don't care about. And I think being able to get through it and know that, like, I really do love acting because I love telling stories. I love touching people. I love, seeing little kids, their faces brighten up when they see you because they can relate to you in some way because you play a character that they love. Mm-hmm. And that's why I do what I do for a living. And I think just not being jaded and not allowing this business to make me jaded, and still do it for as long as I have been.
Nice.
Rochelle Keane from Gap. What kind of training did this role require?
That was the funny thing about this movie. We got out there, the camera tests. I'm gonna put them in quotes right now. The camera tests were our training. Right? We got there a good month before we were supposed to start filming. Right.
No wardrobe. Nothing picked out.
No, but the funny thing is that so many of those camera tests, that footage ended up in the movie.
In the movie, of course they did.
So training was it was on the fly. We just kind of picked it up as we went.
But you learned how to scuba dive.
Yeah, but I'd scuba before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
But you like officially got your certification.
And all that.
And then, did you know how to free dive before?
No.
So
but I'd snorkeled. I just hadn't, not the extreme, like, call it skin diving, snorkeling, free diving. They're really all the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just free diving is just the next level. It's going a little bit deeper and staying down a little bit longer. That's really all it is. Mm-hmm. And so I guess learning to relax with my breath holds and, so that I can get down, say, like that 50, 60-foot barrier.
Was it freaky to you at all when we would have assisted air, we'd have to go down like 25 feet, and we couldn't go above because we could possibly get the bends? Like, we had to stay down? That was that was kind of freaky a little bit.
Yeah, I think the first couple of times. You're talking the free scuba.
The free scuba.
When you'd hold your breath, you'd take the hit of air, hold your breath, and then I think psychologically, it messes with you.
Yeah, psychologically, because like we were okay, but psychologically.
Well, you just know, okay,
and
wait
also
a minute.
when there's sharks.
Yeah.
That kind of made it scary.
No, but the ascent thing, it's spooky.
Yeah.
They really hit that home when you go through scuba training and your certification process that, hey, the last thing you want to do is ascend holding your breath.
Right.
And we're holding our breath on compressed air.
When you're on compressed air.
And you're like, okay, wait a minute. I just maybe came up, say, 2 to 3 feet, and then you get right back down again. You like wonder when the harm's going to set in.
Yeah.
Like, wait, are my lungs going to blow up now?
Yeah, or am I going to cramp?
Yeah. But
sorry, that was off subject. I don't know.
No, it was a good question though. I think psychologically, it definitely messed with me the first little while, but by the end of it,
we were fine. We've done it so many times.
Anyways, how did Into the Blue compare to your previous experiences in making movies?
Wow, it was completely different, pretty much from anything I'd ever done. Just because it was so physically demanding on a daily basis, and we never really knew what we were shooting any day, so everything was sort of on the fly. I never knew what scene we were shooting. The director didn't know what scene we were shooting any day, because everything was revolved around the weather. So if the ocean was murky, if it was murky under the water, not good visibility, or if it was too rocky, what is it called when it's real rocky?
Just turbulent. There's a lot of chop on the water.
Yeah, there's a lot of chop on the water. So we couldn't shoot the scenes that we'd planned for the day, and then we'd have to go on land, and then in the afternoon it would clear. And so I think just not knowing any day for 4 months what you're supposed to be shooting, and then we would shoot scenes and reshoot them, and so you never sort of know where this movie's going. It was hard to sort of get a grasp on what we were doing, and we all just sort of relied on each other and on sort of the friendship that we created with all the actors, and sort of hope that chemistry somehow came through, because I didn't know how the movie was going to play, to be honest with you.
No, you
and
never
it ended
did.
up working. It ended up really looking good.
Yeah.
So, last one for Paul. Finish this sentence. The 3 things I love about movies are?
Travel, meeting new people, And the downtime.
The downtime.
That's what I love.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
All right, this is the last one for you. Finish this sentence. The 3 things I love about movies are?
Traveling, playing dress up for a living, and
See, I knew you liked those bathing suits.
whatever. And experiencing different cultures. I've really been able to live in different countries and experience different cultures, and I don't think in any other job I could have had. You really get to dive into that, and it's cool because you understand that it's a big world and that not everything is the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get real comfortable in the United States, but it's quite different, even in Canada.
Opens your eyes to a lot of stuff
Yeah.
that you maybe know that, I'm not gonna talk. Here we go, do the outro.
All right. Thank you to Movie Phone.
And thank you for watching and sending your questions.
Goodbye.